Hello there.
Hello. Hello.
Hello. Hello there. Sounds like you're good.
Okay. First of all, I'm not
Hello
a
again.
native. First of all, I'm not a native English speaker. I'm not a
Oh, make sure
native
to mute the stream in the background.
English speaker. I'm not a
Oh, make sure to mute the stream in the background.
yeah. Yeah.
English speaker. Make sure to mute the stream.
Yeah.
English speaker. Make sure to mute the stream. Can you?
Okay. I put
Okay. Okay. I think we're good. Okay.
headphones.
All right. So don't worry about. I always say to people, you can speak English better than I can speak any other language. So don't worry about it. I'll if you need me to repeat something or phrase something differently, I can do that. But thank you so much for submitting your game, Thousand Shells. And do you prefer mabrax?
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. I mean, that's my normal nickname. The other
Okay.
one, I couldn't use it in Twitch.
Okay. Um, okay. So this is our level select here.
Yeah,
Uh,
you choose level one and with enter key. We only with the keys.
okay. Got it. Got it. All right. So I kind of know a little bit about how this game works because I saw it on another stream, but nonetheless,
Okay.
yeah. Because so the trick with this one is you've got to make the blue shell guy not attack you by sort of freezing him with the blue beam. So there we go. Made it to the end. Um, so what was your role on this project?
Well, I'm the main programmer. Uh, with Almagor and we are Almagor focuses more in the game design.
Mhm.
But we both work together in like the same place for this game. You know, actually, he's my nephew, and I'm the uncle. So
Nice. So you got to work together and build the game
yeah,
out. I think I'm figuring this out. As I said, I've got a bit of a bias because I sort of already know how the game is supposed to be played, but I'm sure once I get to the levels that I haven't seen yet, I'm going to start to have trouble with things. So, what was the inspiration to make this game?
well, we both like a lot of puzzle games. Um, like for example, well, The Witness and ¿cómo se llama el otro? Stephen Sausage's Roll, I think is the name.
Right, yeah, Steven Sausage Roll, yeah.
Stephen, yeah, and well, the classic Sokoban, you know.
Yeah.
What else? Yeah, and all the variations like Sokoban Heroes and stuff. So we wanted to do something like that, you know, and we got this idea on Friday, you know, about the turtles
Mhm.
um, reproducing each other to add some kind of unstableness for given the theme, you know.
Mhm.
Um, and then we just started to roll.
Nice. And so the 3D assets are those ones that you created?
No. We have like zero skills, you know, for drawing and modeling a little bit.
Mm.
So we use the robot is I don't know how it is pronounced. It's Jamo from
Okay.
Unity Asset Store,
Okay.
and the turtles are two from the Unity Asset Store. All free assets. And for the animations, we use um, service called Mixamo,
Mhm.
where you have like all the rigging and animated characters, and then you can like import them into Unity. And if your model is compatible, you can use them, and it won't break your model.
Mhm. Yeah, so if it's a like an online library of animations, and if the
Yeah,
animation matches the rig of the character, then you
yeah.
can apply it like that.
And yeah, and the objective or the target or the goal, or however it is called, is the Suzanne, I think, the from Blender,
Yes, I do
the monkey
recognize the
head.
monkey. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. This is very tricky. I immediately like I hit the only level that I haven't seen played, and I immediately don't know what to do. Um, is there is there something about the game that I'm not understanding? Like it's the blue line makes enemies stop, and the red line sort of activates them.
Yes.
You can only make one rotation or move at a time.
Yeah.
But on this level, new enemies keep spawning in that main place, and I just don't know what to do. I don't see what option I could take that I haven't done already.
You have an option that you haven't seen already, so you have
Uh,
you can do it.
okay, I'll keep trying. I just, huh? Okay, well, this is the thing. I guess one thing that I'm not super into a lot of the puzzle games they were listing as inspiration. So maybe there's some knowledge from the sort of general approach to solving puzzles that would be helpful that I'm missing out on here. Um,
I don't think so. Actually, it's like a skill.
hmm,
You play. The more you play them, the more you kind of start to get intuition to solve them. Um, we know we are aware of that the difficulty progression of this game in particular is too, how can you say it?
it's
It
too
goes
steep.
up too steep. Yeah, it's steep.
Yeah,
Uh, uh, and that's because, well, because of the jam. We didn't have time to maybe to develop some easier levels, or maybe because we only could do 9. I don't know.
yeah. Okay. I mean, that's not a problem. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get past this level here. I'll keep
Yeah, you can
trying.
choose another one though.
Okay, maybe I'll do that. So yeah, I don't know if I'm pretty sure I did. I just want to make sure if I'll repost the link in chat so that other people can try it out as well. Maybe you can see something in this game that I cannot. Um, also, Euler, I'm not sure if you have a microphone and you're able to participate, but let me just go ahead and send you the text questions if you want to type out your responses now, because your game will be next after this one. Um, so yeah, I will head back to the main menu and
Okay.
try out
With
level
the
4
keys.
instead. Oh boy. Okay. Well, do you have any plans for this game going forward? Are you going to try to add any more levels?
Yeah, I mean, yes, I think we are going to extend the idea. We have received positive feedback, from people like they find it hard, but they find it interesting. The way that you have to figure out the rules, and so we plan to keep going. And I don't know. We will see where it goes.
Yeah, for sure. Um, oh my goodness. Okay. And the other thing I noticed is that just like more and more guys will spawn as well, and uh, oh jeez,
Well,
I don't know if I can figure out even a single like the first level. I kind of understood. No, I keep doing it wrong. Um, were other people like yeah? You mentioned other people were having some difficulty with the levels, but do you think they're just not understanding the mechanics, or that the levels themselves are more difficult than you meant for them to be?
okay. Um, I think both. The thing is that we wanted to present the rules
Mhm.
without a tutorial, like without saying, you have to rotate and that's a turn and the blue beam, deactivates and the way they clone each other, blah, 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 blah. And so the way to do that is if you have levels that progress in difficulty in a controlled manner.
Mhm.
And of course, like I told you, we couldn't like do that, I think, correctly. And maybe that was a problem for some people that find it too hard to understand it.
Yeah, I didn't realize
But
that they were when two characters touch. I get it now that like that's what makes them spread. The other the other thing that would be really helpful is if you could add like an undo feature, so that if you make a mistake, you
yes,
can just go
yes,
back.
yes, the undo feature, yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, okay. We know that, and we had that undo feature, but we started to have some weird bugs.
Mhm.
And so we had to choose between presenting a game without bugs and a game that have this feature and could break the rules, because
Yeah.
it happened. Because to when you clone a turtle and then you want to go back, and when there was no turtle, sometimes it gets tricky to control that in coding. I mean,
Yeah, I think
like,
what I would always recommend doing is treating the entire board state as just a sequence of like just log every position as either being like empty, has an active turtle, inactive turtle, like everything that's in the board, just log all of that data, write it to a position in an array, and then when you want to go back and press undo, then you just load the previous board state.
yes, but that's yeah, yeah. I know that, but that's like you use too much memory to do that. So I was working on serializing the states
Right, yeah.
for the things that I need to save only.
Mhm.
But it just I had some bugs and I didn't have time to fix them.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, sorry, I don't mean to tell you something you already know, but I was just offering a suggestion in
No,
case
no,
it.
no. It's cool. I mean, it's cool to discuss it with somebody because I didn't have the opportunity to think another solution, maybe just for the jam, doing like that, and it was keep it simple. But I always try to do complex solutions to be more efficient always
Right. I
in
mean,
both time and memory.
yeah, because I was a bit surprised when you said that it would be like too much memory to hold the entire board state at once. Like I don't mean to take every object and to save that. I just mean basically treat everything as just a give every single board tile an ID, and ID zero has like it knows the player is standing on it, and it knows that the player is facing in one of four directions. So that's only a couple bits of information. And the same thing with like this turtle has this ID and it knows it's facing in this direction. So it doesn't seem like that would be that much information even if you didn't serialize it.
Yeah, no. The thing that okay, no, the problem is not the system that doesn't work. Is that when you instantiate a new turtle,
Mm-hmm.
that's what gives me issues. Like, okay, where do I save it if it wasn't in movement 50 and then in
Mm-hmm.
movement 51 I have it, and then I go back and I don't have it, and it wasn't a problem. I solved it. I already have a solution.
Okay.
So
Well, because that's the reason that I was recommending to um, store in memory what was on each board tile. Because if you just look at the board tile, then it doesn't matter if you have a new turtle or if you have fewer turtles or whatever. If every tile just remembers what was on it in a given step, you know, you've either got the player or you've got nothing, or you've got the goal or you've got an enemy, and then you might have the direction associated 1, 2, 3, 4, which way it's facing. And that way you don't have to think about whether turtles are spawning in or not. You just remember
mm,
what's on the board position. But yeah, I'm glad that
yeah,
you've already got a solution for it. That's just
no,
that's
but
probably the way I would
it's
approach it.
I will give it a try. Just in the weekend maybe it's
Um,
works better.
I
I
also
can.
don't know how you have everything else about the game implemented in the logic as well. Like, um, if the game isn't already set up with a sort of strict grid system in memory, then what I'm describing could be a little more difficult to implement. Um, I'm very, very stuck on the levels that are in the game right now. So I think we'll have to call it there. But
Yeah, no
where
problem.
can people find you on social media? And do you have
Uh,
any other
I,
projects you'd like to
we don't
plug?
know. We don't have social media. We are like uh, uh, not yet, at least. We are planning to, but not yet.
Okay, well, I'll at least make sure to share your itch.io page.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, you do have the WebGL version if people want to play that. Well, thank you so much for sharing your game, and
Okay.
I'm sorry I couldn't get further in the levels, but I was definitely just getting stuck there.
No problem. No problem.
All right, well, have a good evening, and thank you once again for joining me on
Same,
the stream.
same. Thank you for the interview. Bye.
Yeah, bye bye.